thing over there. Yeah, there we go. So we will be live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me here live on YouTube. And if you are with me here on Zoom, I am very happy that you have joined us. Now, I know it is not yet 7:30, so I will take this moment just to engage with you and get to know what is your expectation. We have about, let me say about 17, not 17, 13 minutes to go. So in the chat, I want you to let me know, where are you joining us from? I'm very happy to read through what you have put in. I will not be having, those who are on Zoom will not be able to talk, but it is easier for you to drop your comments in the chat. So let me know. I can see Richard in Lebanon, Sri Lanka. I can see someone from, is it Bangladesh, Anthony in Kenya, but Nigeria, but in Zimbabwe. Oh, this is super great. This is super great. And if you're following us on YouTube, I would also want to know where you're joining us from. So feel free to drop that in the chat. There's a Bangladesh. I know there's a slight delay between YouTube and the Zoom. It's okay. It's about either 10 or 20 seconds. We can still wait. I can see someone from Nepal, another one from the UK, Botswana. I'll try to read the names. They might be difficult. Cecilia in Zimbabwe. There's a Chaudhry in Nepal. Hassan saying hello, welcome Nigeria. That is Precious. Yasin in the UK. ABM in Lebanon. There's someone called in Namibia. Admin, Sri Lanka. Oh, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a mind-blowing learning session. How do you get these NGO jobs, the UN, and this international organization? Someone in Malawi. There's someone in Nepal. Who is this? Medro in Malawi. Yes, is it Free in Zimbabwe? The names are coming too fast, but I am excited that that is happening. And as I can see, yeah, Johnson Olefa watching in Dubai. I'm very happy to see you. Because of the capacity of Zoom can only hold up to 100 people. Right now, I can see we are already 100. And for you to give space for those who will be joining us, and I want us to interact more on YouTube, because that we can be able to have as many people as possible. I can see right now, I think we are about 108 people who are live on YouTube now, 110, and the number can keep on going up and up. So if you can be able to join us on YouTube, I've put that link again on the chat on the Zoom so that people can go there. And because I also want to give you value, I don't want just to waste your time. We are about 10 minutes to get started. I want to ask a simple question. Yeah, I can see someone from UAE, Alinda. There's Daniel Kibet in Kenya. Good. Yeah, I'm in Kenya. I can see more Beatrice Nyamai in Kenya, Pakistan. That is Sanaula. Hopefully I pronounced it correct. What is your greatest expectation? What would you really want to learn during this session? Yeah, I want you to take time, just think through and post that in the chat. What is your expectation? I like at the end of this 1.5 hour session, what is it that you are looking forward to learn? Yeah, so that would be a good thing for me to know, and again to set the expectations right, and we are good to go. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I can see the comments still. Want to know the way to get a good job? Now Zoom, that will be answered today, tonight. Don't leave. I don't know where you're joining us, if it is tomorrow morning or evening, but that will be answered. Let's see. I'm looking forward to getting an online job with the UN. I'll give you some hints on how you can get UN jobs. We have online volunteering opportunities. I think I've done a video on that, but still okay. Someone talks about quality of resume. Oh, let me check also on, I'm trying to balance Zoom and YouTube. Let me look at YouTube. There's Ali all the way in Afghanistan. Nell saying we are looking for sponsorship. Okay, that might not be, this might not be the right forum, but we can see if that is something that can be gotten. how to get a top notch in my career. That is Eric Muturi. How to get top notch in your career. That will definitely be handled. No worries about that. I can see you, Paresh Nidra from Bangladesh, someone from Lebanon. How to join? I'm from India. How do you want to join these jobs? I'll give you some ideas. Even if you're in India, these same skills and techniques cut across the countries. I have coached people in China. I've coached people in Zimbabwe. I've coached people in Zambia. There's UAE. I've coached people in the US, and this same technique, they work. So don't worry if you're in India, if you're in Bangladesh, if you're in Zambia, it still works. Is that okay? Yesterday, I had an opportunity to chat with 2 people in the US. I think the last cohort I had someone from, Hong Kong? Yeah, and so it works. Coaching people in Bangladesh. Okay, good, super. Joseph Otieno, you want to know how to secure a well-paying job in NGOs? That will definitely be tackled. Who else here? I can see Johnston. First, I would need to have a waiting job in an international NGO as a medic. Also, how to structure my LinkedIn and how to write better CV. Johnson, it's almost like you went through my slides. Yeah, you have talked about CV, you have talked about LinkedIn, you have talked about NGO jobs. All that will be covered. So no worries about that. Someone here on Zoom is saying how to land a managerial position with no managerial experience. Okay, that will be also handled. No worries about that. Let me keep on checking the time. I want to keep time. I respect your time, the fact that you have decided to show up early, which is super good. And I also respect people who would learn to come exactly at the nick of time, which is at exactly 7:30. We have about 7 minutes to go. So we are doing that. So I'm just seeing some of your expectations, which is good. And that is what going also to be tackled. As I read through, and my team is also reading through, I want you to, what question do you have? I know it's very odd to start with Q&A at the beginning of the session, even I've not presented anything, yeah? But I'm going to answer 2 or 3 burning questions because we have engaged, of course, before. You have been reading my emails, you have been checking some of my YouTube videos, and maybe you have the idea of what needs to be done, and maybe there's 1 or 2 questions that you're not so very sure how to go about it. I want you to drop. I can see Sanchi asking the question, how do I get UN organization without having masters and in development studies from the organization? Okay, that will be tackled. But I'll be talking about, you don't need a degree or masters for you to get this thing figured out. Yeah, the qualification is not the key thing here. So how difficult is it to get a high-paying job on Geo online? It's not very difficult. The thing is, the opportunities are there, though the ones that are online might be a little bit limited. So I would, we will still explore that, yeah, how you can be able to get that. Someone on the YouTube chat is asking, what is the Zoom link? The Zoom room is already full. Actually, I am directing people from Zoom to go to YouTube because that is where we can be able to have more people and everyone will join. So by the way, if you're on YouTube or you're on Zoom, at some point you might be kicked out, maybe internet connections. And when you try to come back, you will find that the room is full. Yeah. So if the room is full, you cannot get back in. So I have dropped a link in the chat that will take you to our YouTube live. Like currently I can see we are 159 people live on YouTube, which is much, much easier for you to follow. And that link, you can go back and watch the replay. I'm looking for a question that I can be able to tackle. My honest perspective, you're asking how to get a job if you have the education but lack the work experience. That is a question that has already been asked by some of you. I have included it in the presentation on what I'm going to share with you this evening. And that is also going to be part of it, yeah? Because there's that bit, qualifications, experience. I don't have the experience, but I have the qualification. How do I get a job? Or I have the experience, but maybe I'm lacking in my qualification. I don't have the degree, I don't have the master's. Can I really go? Oh, Leslie, I like that question. Is age an issue for these opportunities? No, no. Actually, there's a whole section I've talked about age is not an issue and how you can use your age to your advantage, if it is young, if it is old. I like the fact that some of the questions, I was going through your emails, especially those people who sent me an email, and I was very serious. I took time to go through some of those questions to be able and to post them and have them as part of the presentation. So it is we co-created this presentation, me and you guys, and we're going to have a great time. 3 minutes to go. My question is, are you ready? The link to YouTube is failing. The link to YouTube is failing. Okay, let me try and post it again. I have posted, try, or just go to YouTube, search Daniel Mutuku. Daniel Mutuku, you'll see my YouTube channel. You will see the live button there. Yeah, see the video that is live. How do I get a job as an electrical engineer? Wase Ahmed, I'll do that. So so they didn't accept. I'm not sure what you meant, Doreen. Is it Doreen? What they didn't accept. How do I get from UN or NGO a high school graduate? That might be a bit of a challenge as a high school graduate because there's some level of skill that you need to present. There's some level of qualification at an entry level, but I'll share with you some opportunities at the end, yeah, that can just transform you as a high school graduate and then position you for success, yeah. We might need to work one-on-one with you on that. It's not that direct, but yes. If I was working as a teacher at NGO, may I be able to upgrade the field education as a manager? Yes. Now, this week, this coming Monday, I have created a video that will be live on Monday on how you can be able to get jobs with World Vision. And one of the areas about World Vision is that actually the key focus of World Vision is to serve the children and change their life stories. And one of the sectors or one of the areas they focus on is education. So if you are a teacher and you think you are going just to teach for the rest of your life, there is a great opportunity for you in NGOs, especially the ones that deal with children. So there's a person who talked about education as a teacher. Who was that? Gabriel. That will, I think, Monday's video, but I'll still mention a bit about today. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. By the way, I forgot to mention this, yeah? Go get some water. Go get your notebook. Get your pen and tell your friends and your family and people that are around you not to disturb you in the next 1.5 hours. Nasim, what is ATS, Application Tracking System, and how does it work? I've done a video about that, but I can explain, yeah? Don't worry. Join us live on YouTube. By the way, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. There's tons and tons of great videos right there. Thailand, hello, someone from Thailand. What kind of online jobs, remote working NGOs are you looking for? Me or you? But yes, I can share with you those ones. It's exactly 7:30 from wherever you are. I want to believe that it is time. So I want to ask the question, are you ready? If you're ready, just drop yes, 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 yes in the chat and we get started. Are you ready? I'm excited. Yes, ABM is ready. Lynette is ready. Oh, I can see Dia Brabi is ready. Ready. Yes, yes. Theirs are coming. YouTube, are you ready? I can see they're coming also. Yes. Dr. Paul. Hi, everyone. Karibu, 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 karibu. So let me change. I will just okay. I know. Yes, there they start coming. YouTube, yes. I know there's a slight delay, but that shouldn't worry you. By the way, if you're on Zoom, create space. I've sent you the link. People can be able to join us. One more thing. Welcome to this session where we will be learning how do you get these NGOs and international organizations and join the UN. Even if you don't have a degree or master's, education should not be the thing that stops you from getting this opportunity. That is what we are going to learn starting now. I am guessing for a lot of you, this is probably not your first seminar or training or webinar to attend. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. There is a lot of information out there and it can be confusing. Many a times that information overload is what keeps you from success. And it's okay. If you have ever been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed in employment, I want to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to explain it to you. The society, on the other hand, has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. And if you're an employee, you are taken as a second-class citizen. Most people, as a matter of fact, are better off as employees. You know why? Because that is where they get the most satisfaction, they're most satisfied, and they have even higher productivity. The big corporations, the education system, the government, they want you to think that you need some fancy college degree for you to be successful. I am here to tell you they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think that like that, but the truth be told, that is not true. If you have ever thought that the government, the education system wants you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us is that we actually care about you and want truly to see you living the life of your dreams. So that is what we are here for. I know you have that dream job, which will give you the highest satisfaction and utilize your full potential. I want to show you how to make that happen during this training session. So my question is, are you ready? If you're ready, drop yes in the chat. I want to check up with you. Are you ready? Yes, I can see ABM, you are always the first one to comment, yeah? DM, yes, yes. Sashi, yes, they are coming. Are you ready? My team on YouTube, I can see Fana Turi say yes. Joy, Jojo, yes, yes. I can see Juma Zachary, yes, yes. Thank you. I can see people are ready. Natalia, yes. Aya, ready. Margaret, yes. Who else here? I can see Michael OG. There is Fatma MK. There is Daniel Kibet. All this, yes, 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 coming in. So the idea is, in this session, you might not be able to talk. You might not be able to ask questions live, that we are going to use the chat a lot. And I'll keep on checking up on you. I can see the yes coming in. Yes, 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 Mohammed, yes. Tati, was it Tati, Josephine, Akini, Flores, Gatoni. I can see Michael, Samara saying yes. This is the best way for us to engage and for me to check up on you that we are together. So put your hands in that, the tab for you to keep on chatting and dropping in your questions, and I will be engaging with you. Thank you. Thank you. I can see. Now, I want you to imagine this. I know we have people from different countries. I will, for the purposes of making this simple, this is Kenyan money, but we can still have it in US dollars. I'll show you how we convert. Now, I want you to imagine this, yeah? Imagine you get to an interview, and at the end of the interview, the interviewer or the hiring manager tells you the 3 magic words that all interviewers are looking out for, that you have been hired. You start working in that organization, and at the end of the month, you get a paycheck, like looks like this. Now, this is Kenyan money, but you can convert it to US dollars, just divide by 100. Assume it's 100. 1,800 US dollars, all that, yeah? Your basic pay is 180,000, house allowance 50,000, your medical allowance is 55,000, and commuting allowance 15,000. You end up with 270,000 Kenya shillings at the end of the month, or you can say 2,700 US dollars. How would that make you feel? I'll just close your eyes and imagine that paycheck hitting your bank account. End of this month, and next month, and the other month, and the other month. How would that make you feel? Yeah. And so to just get a feel of that, I want to ask you the first question. What does a 6-figure salary mean to you? You know, I've asked this question to so many people and they don't understand. And I get a wide range of answers. Yeah, it's for financial freedom, for me to provide for my family, to be able to get money to go for a holiday, to buy my dream car, my dream house. I want you to tell me in a phrase or two, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? Drop that in the chat. We want to make it clear. Why are we focusing on this 6-figure salary? Yeah? In whichever currency it is, what does it mean to you? So I am assuming that you putting that in the chat, but in some shorts. Yeah, someone telling me how it will help a lot. How? I can see she say to be economically independent. Yes, dreams come true. That is Nathaniel. Sammy, freedom. Leslie, talking about it means that life for my family can change for the better. I can see Dr. Ruth, you're joining us from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Rahab, you're talking about, oh, they're coming in very quick. Improving livelihood. I can see financial independence from Amla Azak. I can see world tour. Oh, yeah. And there's nothing bad with that. Some of you talk about joy. Mohammed, 6-figure salary means a lot to me. Changing the change for brighter future. I can see it means great success. That is that. Dalitan Hassan, you're talking about dreams. Lisa, financial freedom. Adeni, talking about improving life. Yes. And all these are true. And all this is correct. And this is possible for you. So I don't want you to think that this 6-figure salary is meant for other people. It is equally meant for you. And we can make that happen. So if you are joining us, okay, Doreen, I can see proof of success and freedom. Yeah. So this training, when I was planning this training, I was trying to target 2 main people. Number one, a professional who wants to get a job with NGOs and the UN and international organizations. So if that is you, these are the kinds of jobs that you're looking for, you are in the right place. And the second kind of person that I was trying to target as I was planning for this training was number 2, someone with or without a degree, and they are feeling stuck in their career. Are you there? And you're feeling just the fact that I don't have a degree, that is actually holding me back. I am here to serve you. You will get the most benefit. So if you fall under these 2 categories, just know you will get the most out of this session. If you are not in any of this category, probably this might not be the right session for you. So without wasting too much of your time, I can ask you to drop off respectively. Yeah. But if you feel like this is me, I want to go for this, hang on in there. Now, for you to be able to do this, my goal for this session is to show you that the only way you can be able to get jobs with the NGOs and the UN is by acquiring what I call the Badass Pro skills, as you can see. Yeah. And the only place for you to acquire these Badass Pro skills is a program called the Badass Pro program. And I'll talk more about that as we proceed. But for now, let me make these things clear. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, or you have interacted with me online, you have seen my videos, you've gotten my email, let me just take a moment to introduce myself. Yeah, my name is Daniel Mutuku. I am the founder of Career Point Solutions. For the last 10, almost 11 years, I've been blessed that I have worked and I've gotten experience working in recruitment, career advisory as a personal and professional development coach. On top of that, I'm a certified digital marketer by Google, and among other groups and organizations, I'm a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals, also known as LYP. On top of that, I am an author of several books. The first book I published was How to Use Facebook for Profit, so that you can be able to earn extra income even on a part-time basis. I also have my second book that I published, which is Blueprint for Success, Guaranteed Steps to Achieving Anything. And also these 2 books are out there. Actually, these 2 books are out there for free. Conquer the Year Ahead, make the next 12 months your best year ever. I'll give you a link on how you can download any of these books for free. Some of you have already downloaded the Ultimate Cover Letter Guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professions. 2 questions for you, yeah? And this will set the pace for the rest of the conversation. My question, number 1, will you let me be your coach? Will you let me be your mentor? Will you let me guide you in the next, now it's almost 1 our 10 minutes. Will you let me start? If so, say yes in the chat. Will you let me be your coach? I want you to drop that in the chat and say yes, because this is a confirmation that you are giving me permission to coach you, right? And only coachable people will benefit. Dr. Nidra, yes. Amal, yes. Yes, I can see Margaret Gatere, yes. Teno, yes. Samara, yes, sure. MD Rabi, yes, yes. Okay, the yes are coming. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for giving me that permission. Jed Maina, yes, we talked with you, Jed. Karibu Sana. This is a great investment of your time. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I can see all the yes coming in. And in the next 1 hour, will you let me tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? If so, say yes in the chat. By the way, you can say yes twice. You can say yes times 2, yes x2, whichever works best. Yeah. To show that you are saying yes for both the questions. So will you let me tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? Oh, the yes are coming in. Yes, yes, Nimra, yes, Infinix, someone with Infinix, Muhammad, Josephina Kini, yes, Grace White, Tera, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. I can see yes times 2, yes. All these yeses are coming in, yeah? Because I'm here to tell you the truth, the hard truth. I'm not here for you to like me. You know, sometimes when people want to be liked, they will filter the truth. But if you want the real truth, because I'm not here for you to like me, I'm here to tell you the truth so you can grow, say yes. Ah, thank you. I can see even the yes times 3. Someone saying that is Galaxy. Yes, 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 yes. Of course, yes. So having given me the permission, I think then I can be able to move on and do exactly that. To bring this story home, let me give you my job search story and how all this started. Back in 2009, I cleared my schooling, yeah? So I was out there looking for a job. I was very lucky that in 2010, I got my first real job. And according to the Bureau of Statistics, it takes about 3 to 5 years for a fresh graduate from college to be able to secure a job. I was very lucky that it took me about 1 year. And that 1 year still looked very long. And I really sympathize with people who stay 3, 4, 5 years without a job. It's not easy. But something interesting happened when I got my first job. Over the next 1 year, I started getting invitations for interviews, over 10 interviews in 1 year. That was like an interview every month. But I was not securing this job that I wanted to get. But then came 2011, when an opportunity came in and I said, I must seize this moment. This was my dream country. You see the way today you have your dream job, you want to work with an international organization, with the UN, with NGOs. At that particular point, I was a teacher, teaching with a project called Computer for Schools project. I was in Nyanza, that is a part of Kenya towards Lake Victoria. I was there as a tutor. But then there was an international school in the capital city, that is Nairobi, and I was dreaming to be in an international school. And I didn't know how to get it. I said, I must seize this moment. I came for that interview, and after that interview, I was like, I got that job. But that is when I started coining what I call the badass pro skills, because those are the skills that save me. Typically, how does it work? Yeah, you apply for as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you get invited for an interview. If the interviewers like you, they give you the job, and you take the job because you don't have another option, you don't have another job, even if it's not your dream job. But with badass pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results, such that you know every time you use them, you will be able to get to know the truth, right? So look at this email. I got this email from a gentleman called Alexander Mwenda. He said, thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways. And Wednesday this week, I got the job. So it worked for him. It worked for me. It can equally work for you. Are you ready? Now, I'm going to share with you 2 secrets tonight, in the next 40 minutes. The first one, how do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? And number 2, how to negotiate a 6-figure salary. I like to play a game here. And my question is, assuming we did not have enough time to do these two secrets, and we just had time to reveal one of the secrets, which one would you really, really want to know? I think only people who are on Zoom will be able to see the poll. So there's a poll there asking you, which one would you really want to know? Is it one, how to triumph over qualified candidate, or how to negotiate a six-figure salary? If you're on YouTube, there's also a chat. I think there's a poll on top there, which is saying, which one would you really want to know? Is it those candidates, triumph qualified and experienced candidate, or is it how to negotiate a six-figure salary? So you can drop in. So I want to see the result of the poll. Yeah. Oh, okay. But if you are not able to take the poll, just put it in the chat and say, I want secret number 1 or secret number 2. Assuming we did not have time for all these secrets. Yeah. We only had to take one. Which one would you really, really want to know? Is it 1 or 2? If you're doing it on the chat, just type 1 or 2. I want to see which one is going to be the most popular one. So far, the one that is leading is number 1, how to triumph and qualified and experienced candidate. That is at 59% and 41% negotiating a six-figure salary. Okay, people still voting, Someone saying 1 and 2. Okay, assuming that you only had to pick one. Hey, in the chat, I can just see the ones, 1, 1, 1, 1. Giorgio, I can see you did put 2. It's okay. Yeah. Yes. Here they go. Number 1, both. So in the next, how many seconds? 5 seconds, we close the poll. 3, 2, 1, and we end the poll. And I can see on Zoom, at 59% triumph qualified and experienced candidate, at 41% it is negotiating a six-figure salary. So almost close, 59-41. But here on YouTube, it is at 60-40. Same thing, yeah? But guys, don't you worry. The good thing is that we have time for both secrets, yeah? So don't feel as if we have time for both of them. So let's get started with secret number 1. How do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Yeah. Do you remember when I told you I was in this, I was working in CIA, yeah? That is Nyanza. And I had this opportunity to come for this interview in Nairobi in this international school. And I said, I must seize this moment. After that interview, I was so sure that I was going to get that job. And as sure as hell, I traveled back overnight to the place I was staying in Nyanza, and they called me. And I remember it was about mid-morning, 10, 11-ish, walking towards my house. I received a call, and this lady was calling to tell me, hello, are you Daniel? Thank you for showing up for the interview yesterday. We are very grateful for that. And I'm here to inform you that we are offering you the job. I was so happy, almost jumping in the middle of the road, out of excitement. Like, oh my God, I got the job. But then that afternoon, something a little bit depressing happened, because I received a call from the same lady. She told me she had some bad news, that unfortunately they took my name to the board and they decided to withdraw the job offer. I got a little bit confused and I asked them, why is that so? And sorry, someone is calling just to confirm I am live. Yes, I'm live. I might not be able to pick your call. Someone from Ruth in Nigeria. That is my phone number, please. And I've seen you are on you're on YouTube. Please let me not talk now. Can we do that after this session? You know, someone wants to confirm if I am live or this is recorded. No, this is live. Yeah. Ruth, we will talk. I've seen is it Dr. Ruth? Yes. Where was that? So they said that I was the best interviewee. Unfortunately, they are withdrawing the job offer because I did not have the experience teaching in an international school. I was not able to showcase any qualification or experience teaching students in an international school and taking students in the IGCSE exam. I said, wait a minute. I had none of that experience. I had none of that kind of qualification. I didn't know even what international education was. And at that particular point, I was able to be the best interviewer. So how was I able to do that? And I want to show you how you can do that. Now, when you get into an interviewing room, you have 3 seconds. And the next 3 seconds, you can be able to do these 3 things. You should be able to do these 3 things in the next 3 seconds. Number 1, show them that you are as sharp as a tack, mentally acute, clever, intelligent, mentally alert. You have your eyes on the ball. You should be able to show that straight off the bat you get into that interviewing room. Number 2, you should show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great excitement and interest in that organization, in that role, and that specific position that you are interviewing for. And number 3, you should be able to show them that you are an expert. You're an expert. You're knowledgeable. You have the skills in that area. No doubt about that. You might be asking, how do I do this in 3 seconds? The good news is that this is a learnable skill. I learned it. I have used it before and it has worked for me. I've taught it to my students and they have used it and it has worked over and over again. Take a screenshot of that if you need to, because this is things that you should be able to do. Now, just to show you how it works. Now, look at this guy. This is a gentleman called Brian saying, hello, I'm grateful for your service. I would like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews, 3 finance assistant position and 2 finance officer position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure a finance officer job, which I'm starting in January. Brian got that job. Here's another one person called Chepkurui. She said, hello, Daniel. Thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming. She got her dream job to be a registry officer. Now I am one. Thank you and be blessed. Here's another one. A very happy customer saying, thank you guys for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within a few months. I'm happy for the results. My current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews. Who get 4 interviews and still emerged the best? Thank you, guys. This is something that can equally happen to you. Now, just to answer some of the questions that I saw in line with what I've presented, yeah? Question number 1, you might be thinking, how long does it take? Now, I'll say this is a job market. You are paid for the value that you bring into the market. You're paid for being valuable as an individual. It takes time to build this value. But unfortunately, you're not paid for the time, but you're paid for the value that you bring in. What about office politics? Oh, I'll assure you, office politics is not going anywhere. But I can teach you how to use office politics to your advantage. How do I convince the management that I'm the right candidate? I am due for promotion. I can take up more responsibilities. As a matter of fact, that is the wrong question. It is very difficult to convince people. It is difficult to change people's mind. But what can you do? You can be able to influence the management, because influence is a learnable skill and you can still be able to get it and learn how to do that. Do I need to quit my job for me to get these high-paying jobs? Oh my God. Most of the time, no, you don't need to quit. The opportunities are right where you are. I can show you how to tap them. And if you need to quit, we'll go through a quick check. And if there are those certain red flags, then you might need to quit. Somebody asks, is it possible for me? I want to say, yes, it is possible for you and it can happen to you. So don't doubt, have the belief that it is possible for you. Okay, before I go to the second secret, are you getting value? Are you finding value? Just checking up on you. Are you finding value in this session? If so, say yes, say let's move on. Let's say we are good, we are learning, I'm learning. Just want to know, yeah, I'm just checking up on you. ABM, you're saying yes. Mohanur, you're saying yes. Yes, let's move, continue moving. That is Adeni, okay. Michael, Rabi saying yes, yes, thank you, thank you. I can see you guys, you're getting value, you're learning. Give me some thumbs up. Yes, it is possible for you. I can see, is it Chedu Obiaro? Okay, Sarah saying yes. Michael, There's Michael Phil, Moses, Phil saying, yes, definitely learning. Let's move on, giving me some thumbs up. Learning, Margaret, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, that is good. I'm happy. I hope now you're finding value. You're not seeing like, I didn't sign up for this thing just to waste my time. Yeah. And the yeses, yes, 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 yes. Eunice, Meko, there's Mohanad eagerly waiting to know about office politics. Yeah, it's a matter of influence, learning how to influence and using the office politics, because some things, they will never go away. They will still be there. So, okay, good. I don't want to waste much of the time. Let's move on to secret number 2. So I want to say this. It is possible to triumph over it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced than you. Very much possible. By the way, I want you to repeat this after me. If you're in a place you can say it out loud, please do. If not, you can say it quietly with a lot of conviction. Just in your heart, say, it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. It is possible. Yeah, very much possible. Are we together? Thank you very much. I can see Fana saying yes. Tabitha Muteu, yes. George Haddad, I am learning. Okay, good. So let's go to secret number 2. Secret number 2. How do you negotiate a 6-figure salary? Now, when I was doing research for this session, let me take a break. I think I've been talking for long. When I was researching for this presentation, I came across this study that was done by Jobvite, yeah? And Jobvite found out that 84% of salary negotiations always result to a higher pay. I said, whoa, this is good news. That means, let me interpret it for you. Chances of you getting a higher salary when you negotiate for one is very high, 84%. But then something depressing happened when I looked at the next piece of data, that only 14% of employees negotiate salaries in their current jobs. I was like, oh, this is not good. How comes people don't negotiate salary? As in, you only think about negotiating salary only when you go to your next interview, the next opportunity, the next company out there, not where you are at. So just to know, I have a poll here, but this is only on Zoom. The question is, have you ever tried to negotiate salary in your current job? If you are on YouTube, I want you to just say yes or no. This is the question that I'm asking. Have you ever tried to negotiate for a salary in your current job? Yes or no? Yes or no? Someone, Radia Gana, you're saying, please, can you share your email so we contact you later? Yes, I will share my contact details. Hang on in there. Yeah. So drop that in the chat. If you're on YouTube, just say yes or no. Have you ever negotiated salary in your current job? So far, I can see, 45% of people have negotiated salary and 56. So I can see no. Oh my God. So Laura, you're saying yes. Laura from is it Jafau? At least I can see Michael OG saying yes. It's like no. Yes. Khalid, I can see you have said yes. No. Yes. Patience, yes. At least 2 yes following each other. But anyway, so I'm about to close the poll here on Zoom. Maybe in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poof. Let's see. So in the poll here, I can see 45% saying yes. So that means this is a way higher group. Like as in, if the majority, 14% have tried, at least in my group here, I have 45. So this is a high level group. I might not be able to count all the yeses and nos on the YouTube, but I can see more no's than yes. But why is it then that people don't negotiate? I don't know. It might be as a result of them not being so sure about themselves. But I want to give you some tips on how you can be able to join to negotiate for a higher salary. Somebody is asking on the YouTube, can you share the Zoom link? Actually, the Zoom room is 100% full. And I am encouraging people who are on Zoom to go to YouTube, yeah? Because when you go to YouTube, you create space, someone else might log in. And if you lose power or network, trying to get back to the room, you find it is full. So the best place to be is YouTube. I can see YouTube currently, we are 400 people live, and YouTube, Zoom can only pick 100 only. But anyway, besides the point, let's get to business. So when it gets to interviews, anyone who's confident enough to try usually succeed. Yeah. So the point is not just negotiating, but you need to have confidence. So confidence is actually, for those people who say yes, I can give you a tip. You have the confidence already. That's a good thing. But confidence is not all. It's key, but it's not all. So I'm about to give you 3 tips on how to negotiate your salary once you start with a confidence. Number 1, it might sound so simple. You'll wonder, is it a tip? Here's the thing. You need to know the salary that you want before you start negotiating. You know, so many people, they want to negotiate, but they don't know how much they want. I've been in a situation where I'm asking people, how much should we pay you? And all they say is, I want you to pay more. I ask, what is more? Right now you're earning 50,000. I give you 50,000 and 1 shilling on top. No, you know what I mean? I don't know what you mean. You need to be very clear in your head. This is what I want. And number 2, you should be able, no, before we go even to number 2, this figure that you have, you don't just pull it from thin air and say, I want 50,000, I want 150, I want 200,000. It should be based on your worth, based on your value. So the question is, do you know your value? Do you know how much you're worth in the marketplace? Once you know that, and you're very clear about that, the second tip is to make the company realize your value. You shouldn't go to the negotiating table and the only thing you are trying to negotiate is to say, I've been here for the last 10 years. Yeah, that is good, but you might end up being a liability. For the last 10 years, what have you done for us? What have you brought on board? Yeah. So make sure you put that in perspective. Let the company realize your value. What is your worthwhile? What is your meaningful contribution? What is it that you're bringing on board? What is it that the company will miss or they will stand to lose if you're not there? Make it very, so when you change the conversation from tenure, from period that you've been here to value-based, then you change the whole game of the conversation. And thirdly, you should be able to use comparables to justify your higher salary. Is that okay? Because the thing is, do you know how much someone like you with experience just like you in the same industry that you're in, how much on average, how much should they be paid? I know people don't openly disclose their salaries, but we have tools that can enable you to get to know how much people are being paid in your area. Because without the comparables, justifying it becomes a bit difficult. Now, here's an email, yeah? This is an email from a gentleman called Julius. He says, greetings this evening. I am writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I am glad that I have landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one I prefer. I am working towards completing my M&E course. That's a course we offer here at Career Point Solutions. You are the best. Hold that thought. Gentleman, 2 months down the line, gets 2 job offers, wants to take one and let go the other. Here's another one. It's a long one, but I can just skip very quickly. I am happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I have received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I attended all the interviews, and fortunate enough, I secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thanks a great deal, and please convey my gratitude to your entire team. Yours sincerely, Lawrence. So I have a question for you. This is a gentleman who got 3 job offers within a span of 24 hours, got went for the interviews, get all the jobs. He now has a chance to choose one and let go the other. So the question I want you to ask, and I want you to put in a chat in the quickest way, shortest possible. When you have 2, 3, 4 job offers and you have to pick one and let go the other, what is the criteria that you will use to decide I'll go with job A and let job B go? Like in a word or two, I want you to type. You have 2, 3, 4 job offers. You have to pick one job and let go the other. What criteria will you use to decide which one to go for? I want to know in the chat, yeah? So let me see what is being dropped here. Someone said salary. Thank you. That is GS. Right on point. Samir, passion. Okay, good. Okay, there are some people who will be a bit modest, but I like people who are upfront and they just say, can see Samir saying passion, Lynette, salary and benefit, Lizzie, light bone, pay and the work environment, job environment, salary, time, work environment. Okay. Many factors. I can see that Jarl saying salary, Johnstone, job security, salary and job satisfaction, salary and favorable thing, favorable timings, growth, salary. That is Mr. Hamawi. Salary. Okay, good. I can see location, salary, company policy, staff welfare, salary, the pay, salary and the promotion. That is from Rima. Ali, salary, Don, you're talking about position, Teddy, interest, Nasir Ahmed, the one that will make me in the future get a more higher salary. So the position that will give you a higher salary in the future, not now. But anyway, good. I can see the answers coming in. And there's nothing wrong or right, yeah, but it's all correct. So a study was done, and just from what I can see here, people said, this is Finance Online. They found out that the most important consideration in accepting a new job offer, 49% people said compensation, the money, benefits, which is, I can see most people agree. Some people want an environment they can grow, yeah, professional development, and I've seen some people talking about a job environment. I'm sure they're talking about work-life balance, because in this day and age, if you don't take care of that, it might mess you up. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we continue. That's okay. So the thing is, it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. I want you to repeat that after me. Let's say it together. If you can say it out loud, go ahead. If not, don't. Just say it quietly and with conviction, that it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. Thank you. These are, again, some questions. Probably you have this at the back of your mind. How do I network with the right people? And I like this question because according to LinkedIn, 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networking. So you need to find areas where you can network with the right people. And I have a platform I'll share with you how you can be able to join and be part of these high net worth individuals. Yeah. What matters most, experience or qualification? Yeah. Do you remember somebody asked me as we begin, how do I get a job if I have the qualification but not the experience? Yeah. And the other way around, some people say, what if I have the experience but I don't have the qualification? So what is more important? Remember when I told you I'll tell you the truth, the hard truth, and nothing but the truth? This is because this kind of question really throws me off by game, because I'm like, this is a kind of an escapist question. This is a question someone asked when they don't want to take 100% responsibility. This is a question when someone asked it is because they are looking for a scapegoat. You know why? Because when I say experience is the most important thing, they'll be like, yeah, that's why I'm not getting this job. I don't have the experience, I have the qualification. When I say it is the qualification, they'll be like, yeah, that's why I'm not getting these jobs. I don't have the degree or the master's. Let me tell it to you, very truthful. None of this is more important than the other. What is more important is what you have. If you have the experience, go ahead and use it to your advantage. If you have the qualification, go ahead and use it to the advantage. Forget about what you don't have. Focus on what you have, and you will be way better than concentrating on the opposite. Oh, yes, I even got that question. How do you balance work and personal life? This is very important in this day and age of mental health issues. And just to give you a hint, when you get these high paying jobs, the higher the salary, the more is demanded from you. And you need to be very deliberate in terms of how do I balance my work and personal life? Yeah. Take time off, your family, vacation, and all that. Am I too young? Am I too old? Oh, another escapist question. Yeah, because this question, you are also looking just for an excuse. You don't want to take responsibility. Let me tell you, there are jobs that are out there for young people, and there are jobs that are out there for old people. It is a matter of who are you? Ask yourself, am I too young? Am I too old? Use that to your advantage. I think somebody even asked when we started, are these jobs, does it matter the age? No. There are jobs across the board for each and every person. Look at this. This gentleman called Bilshan, yeah, sent me an email saying, thanks. I recently landed my first consultancy with a few Kenya after heeding to your well laid out youth-friendly advice. So I call it youth-friendly because he's a gentleman who is way older than me, but it doesn't matter my age. The question is, did he get the results? Yes. So age is not something that you should use as an excuse. If you all use it to your advantage. How do I measure, track, and evaluate my progress? It is so sad when I see very great professionals 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, only to realize they picked the wrong career direction. You need to have, actually, I'll share with you some tools that you can use to track and evaluate your progress, yeah? How do I fix myself in the succession plan? Yeah, this is the influence game, I was saying, yeah? You can influence yourself into the succession plan. You might think some companies have a succession plan, so you are out of the game. You can influence yourself through it, yeah? What are the qualities of someone who is worth 6 figures? I like this question because actually I have it. BADAS is an acronym, and these are the 6 qualities. And I'll look into that in a short while. Then somebody even said, how can I get started? Very happy you asked, yeah? Because I'm about to show you how you get started. So before I show you, I have one question for you. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get a job with NGOs and the UN? If so, say in the chat, I believe. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get jobs in the UN? Drop that in the chat. Just say, I believe. Nathaniel Ebi saying, I believe. Yes, I believe. Who was that? The first person there was, okay, they're coming too fast. That is Adeni. Yes, I believe. Nasir, Lightburn, Mohanad. Okay, Chuberi. Do you believe? Yes, I believe. Let me check here on YouTube. Jacob B, I believe. Rama, I believe. JCO, I believe. There's Diana Wangi, I believe. Birat, I believe. Jamila, I believe. Lisa, Faith, I believe. Miss Pony. Oh, Kevin, I believe. I believe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It actually starts with a belief. Maybe I didn't say that, yeah, the beginning, but it's good to say it. It starts by you believing. Because if you don't believe, I might not be able to help you. If you don't believe inside you, if you don't have that belief, it might be very difficult for me to help you. But if you believe, then it makes it easy. The work is 50% of the work is done on my side. The moment you say, yes, I believe, I can see Cecile Fury saying 100% I believe. Thank you. Khalid, I believe. Radia, Maria, Tabida, Muteu, Joy, Jojo, yes. Hit, yes, see that? Yeah. Super, super. I'm just blown. Thank you for showing that belief. I think when we get that belief, things start to change. We start seeing things in a different way. So, for you to be able to get to that 6 figure, I talked about the BADAS Pro. So I want to ask for your permission. Yeah. Is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes and explain to you what is this BADAS Pro? I define my own destiny and how this program can go ahead and help you succeed and get the jobs with NGOs. If it's okay, just say, yes, permission granted. I'm actually pausing here to ask for your permission. Is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes, explain to you about this program called BADAS Pro? I define my own destiny And after that, I'll be able, I think we're in good time, 10 minutes, then I'll be able to answer. Thank you. I can see, yes, take it away. Oh, I can see permission granted. Thank you. Ifat, yes, MD, Cecilia, Judy, thank you. Saying yes, go ahead. Yes. That is Nazum saying yes. Willa, I believe. Okay. I believe. Go ahead, Alfred Warui, Caro Kadenyi, permission granted. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I was just saying I will wait for 2 or more permission granted, but I can see everybody's giving me the permission, which is super good. So 10 minutes, then I will open it up for Q&A and I'll be able to answer any questions you might be having. I am very proud when I say that I am a BADAS Pro. And BADAS is an acronym. Pro stands for professional. So who is a BADAS? BADAS is an individual who is bold, audacious, courageous. They will do what needs to be done to finish the job. An individual who is very authentic to themselves and authentic to their own potential. They know what they are capable of. An individual who is driven. They don't need to be constantly supervised to do their job. They have that inner motivation to do it because they're passionate about it. An individual who is aggressive. You need to go, in this world, nothing will be given to you, leave alone on a silver platter. You need to go there and grab what you believe is yours. And not only being aggressive, but also assertive. You're not just very assertive, clear, this is what is mine, this is what I believe in. And as someone who is skilled. Now, remember that question, what matters most? Is it experience or qualification? None of those. What matters is the skills. You can get your skills from your education, you can get your skills from your experience, but if you're not skilled, the biggest divide between the haves and the have-nots, the successful and the not successful, the people in these high-paid jobs and those who are not, it is the skills. And finally, an individual who is self-assured, they're self-confident, they know who they are and what they stand for. This is what we mean by being a BADAS Pro. Now, if you join the BADAS Pro program, this is our cry. This is our creed. We say that I am a BADAS Pro. I define my own destiny. I create my own luck. I am confident, but not cocky. Quiet, but not silent. Competitive and aggressive. I take 100% responsibility. I never give up. Yes, that is what it means to be a BADAS Pro. If you join this program today, this is what you're going to get. Number one, you're going to get this BADAS Pro 6 weeks coaching program, and the value of this is about 100,000. That is Kenya shillings. I will convert it for you in US dollars as a general, because I know we have people across the world. I saw Lebanon, Zambia. Yeah. So this 6 weeks, what are you going to get in this 6 weeks? Week number one, we will start by looking, how do you get started and become unstoppable? We'll use a whole week to dig into you getting started so that you get the momentum and you become unstoppable. Week two, we will focus on how do you get to know your worth. Remember, we said the conversation about salary is based on your worth. So we will start with, do you know how much you should be paid right now? Because once we identify the baseline, we can be able to work towards building up your worth. Week number three, we will focus on building confidence and competence, because these two things go hand in hand. The more confident you are, the more competent you become. The more competent you are, the more confidence you have in yourself and your capability. I had this quote, I think by Marcus Garvey, who said, in this race of life, without confidence, you are defeated twice. Week four, we focus on you mastering communication, influence, and networking. I thought somebody said in the chat, I would want to know how to use this office politics. That is the influence game. I'll teach you about influence, networking. Week five, I give you the tools to track and evaluate your progress so that down the line, 4, 5, 10 years, you don't find yourself in the wrong career direction. And week number six, we sit down, me and you, and we discuss how do you negotiate a 6-figure salary based on your skills and your experience. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, we will add to you a professional certification. And we have 4 certifications that we offer. We have project management, project monitoring and evaluation. We have strategic management and leadership. We have fundraising and resource mobilization. Why these certifications? Because these are the certifications that will help you get jobs with NGOs, the UN, and international organizations. They are constantly looking for people in project management, monitoring and evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising. What a better way to influence their decision by showing them that you have the certification that they are looking out for. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get professional certification, one of them. You also get professional CV writing. I think somebody said they want to know what about CV writing, how to write a professional resume. The value of this is about 3,000. Now, let me talk a little bit about CV, yeah, and give you some insights about CV writing. Most people have CVs, and there's a very big difference between having a CV and a professional CV. You know why? Because a CV, what I've seen most people having is a documentation of where you went to school, where you have worked, a list of your responsibilities, and maybe a list of your referees, which is good information, very important information, but the way it is presented does not show your value. But on the flip side, a professional CV is a document that you use to market yourself. Think about any organization. They have a product or service they want to market. You know what they do? They put it on billboards, newspaper, radio, television, magazines. You and me don't have the luxury of having a billboard about ourselves. So what we use the professional CV, and we need to be very clear, what is it that we are selling? We are selling our skills, our capabilities, our qualifications, and experience to the employer, and how you put it across is very important. According to a very famous study, it is said that it takes about 6 seconds before a hiring manager decides if they are going to read through your CV or not. And the question is, does your CV pass the 6-second test? Most CVs, this is one of the most common CV layout. Daniel, Kenyan, married, date of birth, phone number, ID. If I give you 6 seconds and you look at this CV, can you answer the question, what can this person do? Because that is the question that is at the back of the hiring manager. What can this person do? We give this person benefit of doubt. Let's read through their career objectives. And when we read through the career objective, does your CV resemble some of the career objectives that are posted here? Some are taken even from your CV. It's random CVs. Look at this statement. I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. What can this person do? As a matter of fact, this statement is very selfish. You're telling the hiring manager what you want to gain from them rather than what you're bringing on board. Misplaced priority. I seek challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. Again, good wording, but still saying nothing. I want to succeed in a stimulus, challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunities. As in, you can see how these statements are just messing you up. I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance, and depth. If you have that section of career objective in your CV, here's the advice. Go get rid of it. It's not helping you getting a job. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get one of our professional certification. You also get professional CV writing, and we give you sample cover letters. And the reason why we give you sample cover letters is because cover letters are always customized to the position. I want you to take a look at this. This is how you match a job description and a cover letter. This is a random accounting job. I picked 3 key responsibilities. If you're to work in this company as an accountant, some of your responsibilities would be, number 1, to review and establish proper accounting systems, support budget and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. If this is you, if this describes you, then somewhere in your cover letter, you should have these statements that say, I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous employment at ABC, I was involved in liaising with and external auditors, such that if someone reads this, they're like, yeah, this is the person we are looking for. They are coming to do exactly what we want them to do. They have experience in that. We don't need to train them. So that is where the cover letter comes in. So again, 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, and we give you a LinkedIn profile guide. Now, I think somebody said they want to know how to do their LinkedIn, which is very important when we were starting. In this day and age, you cannot afford not to have an optimized profile on LinkedIn, because this is where the recruiters and hiring managers and HR are spending their time looking for candidates. And unlike your CV, which is in your flash disk, in the cloud, in your email, you can just forward it in your computer, in your laptop. A LinkedIn profile guide, a LinkedIn profile is a living CV. It is working for you, even when you're not looking for a job. When you're asleep, it is searching for jobs for you. Look at this email. Sheikh Salim said, "Hey, Daniel, I would like to thank you for the LinkedIn profile guide service. After your guidance on how to make my LinkedIn account look more professional, I have been approached by a potential employer. I am due for an interview on Wednesday next week. Needless to say, he got that job. He was not looking for the job. The job was looking for him." I also got this. I had nothing to do with this. I just saw a post on LinkedIn. I asked for permission and she said, yes, go ahead and use it. This is Rosalind saying, "I posted my very first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high. I got called for interviews almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Yes, guys, I have a job now. Just by posting on LinkedIn, getting interviews left, right, center." Oof. Again, get 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and on top of that, you get interview coaching. Interview coaching is just preparing you when you're going for an interview. You know, there's some questions you expect to be asked. 99.99% of the time you go to an interview, the first question will be, tell us about yourself. Do you know how to answer that question? And once you answer that question, how you answer it will set pace for the rest of the questions. Other question will guide you on is, why should we hire you? How much should we pay you? Why are you leaving your previous job? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Do you have any questions for us? We will guide you on how to answer. So basically, that is what you get. The value of this program is about 210,000 Kenya shillings or 2,100 US dollars. 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coach. I'm not saying this is what I'm charging to join the program. This is just the value you will get out of it. Now that you know who is a badass, I have a question for you. Are you ready to be a badass pro? If you're ready, say in the chat, yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to be a badass pro? If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready. Oh my God, I can see someone who is just spamming us on YouTube. This is not so good. Too bad. I will need to report and just remove all you post. But anyway, thank you very much. I can see here saying people, yes, I'm ready to be a badass pro. I'm ready to be a badass pro. I'm ready to be a badass pro. I am sorry, I can see someone was spamming and putting some crazy stuff on YouTube on our live, which is not nice. Yeah, against the policies, I will just have to report and get you cancelled. But yes, I can see. So my question to you, are you ready to be a badass pro? If you're ready to be a badass pro, drop that in the chat, say, yes, I am ready. Yes, I am ready. Oh, I can see. Ifram, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Oh, people are ready here on Zoom. This is great. This is great. This is great. I don't know if things froze. Oh, yes, there they go. Now they are coming on YouTube. Please just block that guy who's spamming on YouTube and put in some not so good stuff. But I can see most people are ready. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you for coaching. I can see Yudi's collection saying, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Oh my God. This is super great. I can see people are ready. So let me then, I think my 10 minutes, yeah. Let me then just finish and say this. Now I had two choices, yeah. When I was trying to think about how then do I charge for this program? Yeah, I had two choices. The first choice that I had was to go as cheap as possible. And you know what? That will help me. I would get as many people as possible. So I go cheap, get as many people as possible. And the second option that I had was to ask for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort, which will guarantee your success. So out of these two choices, I decided to go with choice number 2, whereby I will ask you for a slightly higher investment in yourself today, which means that I will dedicate more time and effort to guarantee that you are successful. So if you're joining us, for you to get this 6 weeks coaching, Badass Pro, professional certification, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, is only going to cost you Kenya shillings 24,999, or you can pay in 3 installments of 9,999. Here's the thing. I'll just convert for you in the US dollars. Absolutely no excuse for you not to take action. Do you know why? There's a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program and 30 days into the program, you don't get exactly what I've said you will get, let me know, no question asked, we will refund your money back. So you guys have now 2 choices. Choice number 1 is to do nothing, not to take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. And the second option that you have is to be open-minded, take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. So the question that I have for you, out of these 2 options, doing nothing or being open-minded and giving it a shot today, what is going to be easier for you? I don't want you to drop that in the chat. Just have it at the back of your head. Which one is going to be easier for you? Now, as I finish, I have learned that there's this 24-hour rule. And with this 24-hour rule, it states that if you learn, like you have learned this evening, a lot, it takes 24 hours. If you don't take action in the next 24 hours, chances of you taking action thereafter are almost 0. Yeah. So right now it's 8:35. Yeah. In the next 24 hours, what will you do? What action will you take? Yeah. And taking action does not mean just joining in this program or just paying for the cost. Can you look into your CV? What are some of the things that are messing you up there? Can you look into your profile, LinkedIn profile? Can you add something? At least you need to do something. And we have 2 types of people. The first kind of people, those who get an opportunity to change their lives, agree with everything that I've shared with you today. They can actually see how it is applicable in their lives. And you know what? They do nothing about it. And the second type of people are those who take action and define their own futures. So you out there, out of these 2 people who do nothing and those who take action and define their own future, which type are you? Don't drop it in the chat. Yeah, don't drop it in the chat. Just have it at the back of your head. So if you want to get in touch with me, somebody asked about my email address. My email address is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. Or you want to know more about the Badass Pro program, just go to careerpoint.co.ke/Badass. Oh, whoa. Before I leave, yeah, I have a bonus for you guys. If you take action right now, between now and 9 p.m., yeah, between now and we have about 28 minutes. If you take action, I'm not only going to have you join the Badass Pro program, but I will give you all the 4 certifications. And all you need to do is to make at least the first deposit. If you're in Kenya, you can pay 9,999. There is the till number 715732. If you're outside Kenya, you can make your payment through PayPal, and that is only 99.99. You get the 6 weeks coaching, that is the Badass Pro, and you also get all these 4 certifications. All the 4: project management, monitoring evaluation, strategic management, leadership, and fundraising and resource. And on top of that, hey, I'm going to give you a notebook written, I am a Badass Pro. I don't know if I can stop sharing here for a minute. Hopefully I'm just the only one you can see. You get yourself a notebook, how to become a Badass Pro. And on top of that, I will also give you a t-shirt saying that I am a Badass Pro. So that is to reward people who decide to take action right away. So the opportunity is here for you. These are people on an evening like this that they decided to take action. Helen in Kitui. This is Eunice in Bungoma, Scholastica in Kiambu. This is Winfred, Scholastica in Kikuyu. This is in Kiambu. And all these are people, Kikeri, Francis in Mombasa, they joined this program. You have the opportunity to join this program. Only make that first deposit of 9,999 Kenya shillings. Or if you're doing it through the US or outside the country, you can make the payment through PayPal. Now, I am here to answer any questions that you might have. Any questions you might have. Feel free to drop the questions in the chat. Yeah. So if I can see, so in the chat, I have dropped 2 links. You can pay the first, you can pay in full or you can pay in installment. Let me see, where is this? So I've dropped that in the chat. And I'm ready to take up any questions you might be having. Any questions you might be having. A minute. Okay, just a minute. I think. So there we go. I've put in the links. Any question? How do I get this lecture? I missed half of it. Okay, it's already recorded on YouTube. You can get the chat on YouTube. How do I get the certification? I am in Zimbabwe if I join. Now, the thing is, you can be able to join anywhere around the world. You will get the certification. There's a soft copy, and we normally send through G4S if you're around Kenya. If you're not in Kenya, we'll send it through DHL. So you'll get the physical certificate, but you'll also get the soft copy. Thank you for that question. Do you understand Hindu? No, I don't understand Hindu. We do everything in English here. Someone say, what if I don't have the money? Now you need to get some time to actually invest in yourself. Cecilia, how much is the dollar in Zambia kwacha? You can do the conversion. How much the US dollar is in your country? Just go to another tab, open another tab and search conversion from 999.99 into US dollars, right? Any other question? As the question coming, yeah, as you have seen, I've said, if you're in Kenya, you can pay through the till number, that is M-Pesa. If you're outside, you can make the payment through PayPal. I've put the links in the chat. You can go ahead and do that. Now, let me say this as we proceed, as I wait for your questions, yeah. I learned from Warren Buffett that the best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. Super great. You know why? Because this is the place where you get the highest return of your investment. It is said for every dollar, for every shilling, for every kwacha, whichever the currency, for every dollar you invest in yourself, it will return $30 over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. Where else can you get such kind of investment? Yeah, it is said. I then learned this from Brian Tracy. It's called the 10-10 rule, where he says, we have been brought up in a society where we take 10% of our income and we tithe it. I put it to you. Why not take another 10% and tithe it to yourself? Use it to help yourself, because that is where you create the fund to start investing in your own personal development. And that is where you get the highest return on investment. So there's the opportunity. If you make the payment, just drop in the chat, say, yes, I have made the payment. And if not, I will be able to secure all the 4 courses, the 6 weeks coaching, you get the t-shirt, the certificate, all this thing coming across. And is the certification internationally recognized? Yes, Lynette, it is internationally recognized. This is what has helped people get the jobs in the UN. Another question here. Okay, where are they going? What is the value in Nigerian Nairas? The best thing is for you to do the conversion yourself. I put it in the dollars, because that will at least cut across all the different countries. If you make the payment through M-Pesa, let me know, give me a shout out. I will let you know I've received at your own pace and convenience. So they are self-study, but for the coaching we will be doing one-on-one. So you will be going through the week's coaching material. Then at the end of the week, we book a coaching one-on-one session, which is whatever time best fits you. I know I can be able to do coaching across the world, depending with the time zone. If it is after work, I can wake up very early, I can sleep very late, as long as we are able to meet, me and you. Is that okay? Someone saying we don't have PayPal in Lebanon. Okay, unless now you send me an email, I can give you a link where you can, you can pay through Visa, but the quickest way is to make payment through PayPal. Yeah. Okay, someone says they have already made the payment. Thank you very much. Let me just confirm with my team. I think we have George. Okay, good. Thank you very much, George. George, you get an opportunity to join this amazing program. You get yourself a t-shirt, you get yourself a notebook, and all the 4 courses. And remember, now, I forgot to mention this. Now, this is an offer that is running until Sunday midnight, because on Monday, we start off with this coaching program. So it is going to be open between today and Sunday midnight. If you join thereafter, you will only get one of the courses. But if you join with us when we are here live, I can see we have about 18 minutes. If you make the payment as George, you will be able to join us and get all the 4 courses. So if you're in Kenya, it's till number 715732, get the 6 weeks coaching, get the 4 certification, get the professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching, super easy. Now, let me just show you this. Yeah, this is an email I got from a lady called Lucy. And because she had just joined our coaching program, and she was like, whoa, this is something on a different level. This is what she said. I cannot be grateful enough for the Badass Pro training that came with a professionally made CV and sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews from very reputable international NGOs. That is like ILRI, 1 Acre, among others. With my new CV and cover letter samples that I can customize to suit various positions, I'm confident to apply for jobs in the UN agencies. And honestly, I am hopeful and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a long, I hadn't been receiving interview calls, interview invitations. It's no longer the case anymore. Thank you a lot, and God bless you for the good work and always being ready to help. And regards. You can see the feedback that you're getting. Now, I want to ask you a question. How would you feel if you're passed on a promotion just because you did not have the right skills? Because we say the skills are the ones that are going to change your life. What if the next person next to you gets a big break because they understood networking, but you didn't? So that's why you get the opportunity. It's so sad. But on the flip side, how would you feel if this time next year you are debt-free, living in your dream house, planning and having the next vacation? Would that be possible? Would that be joyful? Would that be nice? That is only possible if you decide to take action right now. Go to M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa, till number 715732. Do that first installment. Get the 6 weeks for professional certification, CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. Do it now. Join George. I think someone else has also made the payment. Let me check the chat. Incredible. Does it have age limit? No, there's no age limit. And we have also said these opportunities don't have any age limit. I think it is Rebecca. We have, yeah. Okay, Susan. We have Susan. We have George. Again, because I over 18 years is admin. Yo, you don't, no age limit. No age limit. You can be able to start right away. Yeah, just know that. But at least, yeah. So I put in the link for those who want to make the payment through PayPal. If you want to do through M-Pesa, there we go. Let me see some question here. How much is the value in Ugandan shillings? Now, I might not be able to convert the figures for all of you, yeah? So just do a quick check on Google. You can check what is your cost. Like in Kenya, it is 9,999 US. If it is the US, this would be the cost, 99.99, and you can pay through PayPal. I've already put in the link, yeah? Let me check. Someone said they have paid through PayPal. Okay, I can still confirm as we go by, yeah. Good. Any questions? Let me keep I'll check. I thought was totally free. Yeah, this session was totally free. Haven't you gotten value from it? I want to believe. Someone wants to pay in total. You can still be able to pay in total. Let me put it in the chat. If you want to pay everything in total, I have also pinned it up there. Bado, you want $100 US. Yes, go ahead and make even that. Okay, I think the question, most of the questions are about the program and the cost and how to convert. Yeah, so we can have a whole different section. Oh, I like this. Kindly share whom you are accredited by and if the accreditation is internationally recognized. If so, how can we verify international accreditation? Thank you very much for the question. Now, the program, we use curriculum by PMI and the Red Cross. These are international organizations, but locally we have been certified by a body called NITA, that is National Industrial Training Authority, that certifies all the courses that are done in our country. But because we have gotten this curriculum from an international body, look for PMI, you will be able to see what they are able to offer. Is that okay? Okay, thank you for your question. Now, let me say this. I learned this from Warren Buffett, yeah? And Warren Buffett, no, this is not Warren Buffett, this is Jim Rohn, one of my mentors. He said, do not evaluate something based on its cost. Evaluate something based on its worth. If you're saying this program is so expensive, you're thinking about the cost. But the worth, it is what you stand to lose if you don't gain, if you don't join. Is it the amount of work that you need to put? Is it staying in that job that you don't like? Is it suffering, trying to figure out how to get these NGO jobs while there's someone who can hold your hand and go about it? Yeah. You guys here, you have big goals, right? I want to challenge you. Let your big goals be the same as the size of the investment you invest in yourself to achieve these big goals. Because if it's big goals and not investing in your goals, then you might not be able to achieve that. It will be a waste of energy and effort. So here's an opportunity for you to invest in yourself. Join. Actually, I need like 10 people to join the program because I don't want to take so much time and effort trying to push to make the results for you. Just a few numbers. We think so far have been confirmed about 5 people, six, maybe 4 more, and then we can be able to hit the road money. You can make payment through the PayPal. If you're in Kenya, there is the link. You can pay through M-Pesa. Any other question? Okay, I can see most of the chat now coming in. Let me see the questions here. Okay, most of maybe the language, I think it is in Hindu. I will need to interpret, you know. Okay, good stuff. Any other question? I can see we don't go yet. We have about 10 more minutes. I want to finish up this training by saying this, yeah. There is this ratio I learned about. It's called the E to E ratio. And it is said the most successful people take 95% of their time and they use it for education and only 5% in entertainment. While the bigger majority of the population spend 95% of their time in entertainment. Don't be caught up in that kind of rat race. You just need to be purposeful with your time. You might say, I have a very busy schedule. How do I get these jobs? Very easy. Create a morning or evening routine. If you wake up 10 minutes early than you normally do, for one whole year, those will be 3,650 minutes. Almost 60 hours you have created by being more purposeful with your time. Use commute time to learn. Here in Nairobi, we spend about 2 hours in traffic every day. 202 hours times 250 working hours. Those are 500 hours. You can spend a bit 5-10 minutes before working hours and make the biggest difference. So this is the opportunity. Get the 6 weeks coaching professional certification, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching, and all you need to do is make at least a first deposit of $9,999, or you can pay in US dollars, which is $999.99, and you can make the payment through PayPal. I have put in the link right there. Any question? I have one more section that I want to do training on. How can NGOs pay me upon my qualification and all that? Okay, here you need to make an investment in yourself. There's no two way about it. Yeah, you need to put in the investment and then grow yourself from there. That is clearly it. There's another question. Okay. So as we finish up, I want to say this. You will never be 100% ready when an opportunity rises. And so what do? You just do it. Yeah, I will tell you the truth. You will never be 100% ready. And right now you might feel like, oh, I wish I knew earlier. I was not prepared. There's no time that you will be 100% ready. And you know what? If you're there and you're feeling the fear, you're feeling like, should I do it or not? This is one of the greatest what I can tell you, that the largest fear carries your greatest growth. Because whenever you feel the fear, let me explain, psychologically or physiology, what happens is that you are about to do something that is outside your comfort zone. And when you're doing something that is outside your comfort zone, your body, your mind will want to prevent you from doing that. They think it is a matter of life and death. That is why you're feeling the fear. But you will never grow in your comfort zone. Yeah, your mind wants you to stay in your comfort zone, and this is how it works. Yeah, in your comfort zone, you feel safe, you're in control, low risk, low reward. But on the flip side, when you want to grow, you now get to the fear zone, and in the fear zone, this is where you start feeling low self-esteem. You start looking for excuses. You start wondering, what will other people think about me that I went to join this guy online and I paid? That is the fear zone. But the question is, will you retreat back to your comfort zone, or will you push past the fear zone and get to your learning zone, where you face challenges, where you're able to solve more problems, you start acquiring new skills, and you extend your comfort zone. And only when you push it past that, do you get to the learning zone, to the growth zone, where you find your purpose, you live your dreams, you set new goals, you conquer your objectives, and the question is, you're in that fear zone, will you push forward or you fall backwards? I think that is it from me. I'm very grateful. I can see we have a bit of 5 minutes. Few of you to join, get the 6 weeks coaching, get all the 4 certifications, get professional writing, CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching, all at just making the first deposit of 9,999 Kenyan shillings. Or if you're outside, you can make payment through PayPal. That is the first deposit will be 9,999. Thank you very much. I can see, oh, someone else has already made the payment. Good. I'll confirm. By the way, I'll give a call and send an email to everyone tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. So I want to ask this. Oh, this is a sample of the certificate that you will actually get. Yeah. We budget this, your name right there, that you have been formally evaluated and assessed for the demonstrated knowledge and skills to monitor and evaluate projects, used result-based management, and you have been awarded that accreditation, yeah, in project monitor evaluation. Anyway, that is the certificate you get. So I want to ask, do you remember when we began? I asked you these 2 questions. Do you want me to coach you? You said yes. I asked you, will you allow me to tell you the hard truth? And you said yes. So I want to ask, have I been able to do that? If yes, does this mean that, do you want this to be the end of this, or do you want it to be the beginning? A few of you have already joined the program. That means you want this coaching relationship, this mentorship relationship begins, as in this is just the beginning. Some of you might not take the program right now. That means this will be the end of this conversation, which is still okay. So question to you, do you want it to be the beginning or do you want it to be the end? Let me know in the comments. Do you want it to be the beginning or do you want it to be the end? Yeah. Okay, so as you do that, I think my time is up. We have 4 minutes. Margaret Gattere, you want it to be the beginning. It will be a great time for you to be able to join the Para School program. I will drop again the link in the chat, how you can be able to make the payment if you are outside this. There's the link, or you can go ahead and think that is the full payment, or you can make the first deposit. There we go. I think that has been our time. How you have learned something. I really appreciate you guys. It has been a great session. I have enjoyed it. I think you will say that you found value. Otherwise, thank you very much. What we have 1 more minute. Yeah, let me just wait for a bit. What have you learned from this session? What is your key takeaway? Please just chat it, drop it in the chat. I want to read 2, 3 because I want to believe that I haven't wasted my time being here talking about this, and also you haven't wasted your time. Yeah, so what have you learned, and how many of you are joining the Badass Pro? So drop it in the chat. What have you learned from this session? Then we can call it a day. Daniel, I transferred 1,000 to you. Okay, good. I'll check it out. Yeah. So what have you learned from the session? Oh, Judy, you're saying my skills will take me places. That is super. Yeah, it's about having the skills, yeah, and not just looking at experience or qualification. The skills are the ones that will take you places. Thank you, Judy, for that. What else have you learned? Okay, I can see someone patiently waiting for the soft copy. You promised at the end. Okay, good. I can give you the link. I'll drop the link to the books that I had said. Okay, that is Patience was asking for that. Okay, who else? What else have you learned? We have 1 more bit. To say thank you. It has been a great. Please check my question. That is Margaret Gattere above on the payment. Okay. I wish I could be able. Where is your question about the payment? That is Margaret. Okay, it might be very difficult to get in touch, but if you can copy and paste it again, I will check it out. I think so many are coming. Florence, salary and job security, that is what you have learned. Focus on what you have and use it to your advantage. Thank you, Chino. That is Chinedu. Okay, I've learned that the best time to keep your ideas to you because, okay, thank you very much. My question was never answered. I'll check that. But anyway, still we'll be able to go through that. I really appreciate that. And this has been great. I have learned a lot of skills. That is Teleno. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think that is it. I will keep in touch with those people who want this to be the beginning of our relationship, this coaching relationship, and we will progress. Otherwise, thank you very much. And until next time, I am out.